Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Rianne Crosby and I teach English. In this video, I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons why students struggle with English. Whether you are in Standard 5 or Standard 4, Form 5 or Form 4, these reasons are the top 5 reasons why all students, if they don't get these 5 things down, they're going to struggle with English. Let's go. So, if you are writing an examination this year or in the next academic year, you need to make sure that none of these reasons apply to you. Number one, do you have weak reading comprehension skills? You come to a fact passage or even a fictional passage or even worse, a poem sets you cold sweating. You can't stand, your knees start to shake and you already feel like if you need to use the bathroom or you're going to throw up. If you struggle to understand what you read or you miss key points or you can't answer beyond surface level questions, as in what is literally stated in the passage, that is one of the reasons why you're going to struggle with English. But how do you fix that? How do you go beyond struggling and getting so terrified when you see reading comprehension? Well, the first thing is you need to read. You need to read widely. You need to read a variety of short stories, news articles, poems. You need to be looking for written material every single way you go and every single day. Apart from that, you need to begin summarizing things in your own words, putting things into your own words and understanding and processing that written material for yourself. That helps to strengthen your reading comprehension skills. And then finally, you need to go into, especially if you're an exam level student, past paper comprehension questions regularly. You need to check for model answers. And guess whose channel provides model answers for reading comprehension questions? You're welcome. Let's go to reason 2. The second reason why students struggle with English is because they have poor essay or story writing structure. Every single English exam at every level, from primary school all the way up to secondary school, has specific writing tasks that they want to see the student execute with ease and with mastery. If your essays lack proper introductions, poorly organized, weak development, no conclusions, if your ideas are hard to follow and are jumbled, or as I tell my students, if I'm taking a really long time to read your essay as compared to other persons in the class, that suggests that there's poor structure. It's because your ideas are not taking me, the reader, by the hand and guiding me through step by step the ideas that you want to communicate. So how do you fix that? Well, you need to learn a few essay outlines before you write. If you are in my CSEC class, I would have taught you C-space and POW. I would have taught you hot and peel. If you are in my SEA class, I would have also taught you C-space. And there are other structures that you need to master in order to write your creative writing stories or even your reports for SEA students. You need to follow clear structures. You need to understand that your final product must have a beginning, middle, and end, and how you sequence within that beginning, middle, and end is also important. And finally, you should be looking for model essays to understand how ideas are put together, how arguments are crafted, how letters are crafted, how reports are crafted, or even short stories. Reason 3 why students struggle with English is because they're still saying things like good, nice, okay. Your grammar is also quite weak. You're struggling with verb tense consistency. You're struggling with subject-verb agreement. And of course, as I said before, your vocabulary is also quite limited. If you are using the same basic words over and over and over again and making the same grammar mistakes over and over and over again, your meaning is being lost and you are not communicating in written English as well as you should be at your level. So how do you fix this? Again, you need to read. You also need to learn 5 new words a week. And this week I'm going to start posting a word a day on my post. So look out for that. And you need to be using those new words in your sentences. You need to make them part of your own vocabulary. Practice grammar quizzes online or from revision books. And of course, you want to review your corrections. This is why when I grade students' work, I am always putting things in or comments in their written work where they have to go do some corrections. Either they have to spell the word 10 times, the word that they incorrectly spelled, or they have to fix the punctuation. Even the mechanics, the capitalization and punctuation, those are areas where if students are not very strong, they don't understand how a comma should work, how an exclamation mark should work, how to use quotation marks. Those are reasons why students are struggling with English. Reason number 4, you don't understand your exam format. You are going into a battle, you are prepared for a battle on land, and the battle is in the ocean. You are going into a battle, you are preparing for a battle in the ocean, and the battle is in the sky. You completely don't understand the lay of the land, and that's why you're struggling. You don't know what the exam requires. You don't even know how many marks are awarded per section. You understand? So those are some things that you need to really have under your belt, because if you don't know what to expect, you obviously don't know how to plan. How do you fix this? You need to familiarize yourself with your syllabus, with your syllabus framework, with core areas that will be assessed in your external and internal examinations. You need to time yourself. When you're doing practice activities, put yourself in exam conditions. Make some time, clear the space, shut everything else down, eliminate all the distractions, and put yourself in a frame of mind to get the task done within a specific time range. And you must be applying all of the aspects of the writing process during that time range as well. And finally, you need to review the mark scheme so that you know what the examiner is looking for. Your teacher should be able to show you what the exam wants. And what do you do in order to get or to attract the kind of marks that you need? And the last reason why students struggle with English is because they do not exercise, or they do not avail themselves to enough practice and feedback. If you are sitting down and you are doing self-study but nobody is looking at your written work, this is not math where you can simply put things into a calculator. You need to get some feedback. You need to have a trusted expert provide you with feedback, and you cannot wait until the last minute, because writing is a production skill, it's a production task, and these skills take time to grow. You cannot beat consistency. Cramming certainly won't help. So you should set aside a weekly writing task. Every week you want to try to make sure that you accomplish 1 or 2 major things if you are preparing for exams. Study with a group of students that are stronger at English than you are. If they are really good, it's likely that they will be able to give you peer feedback, which is also quite helpful. And finally, make sure that you have a trusted teacher who you can rely on to provide you with tips, and ask them to tell you what your specific weaknesses are, and work on your weak areas. Don't work on your strengths. You're already good at those, right? So in this video, we covered the 5 reasons why students are struggling with English. And if you get these 5 areas down, you will struggle no more. My name is Ryan Crosby. If you made it to this point in the video, why not subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below on which of these areas you are going to be tackling in the coming weeks and days, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, everybody.